Everybody knows the Amber Alert.
This is an activation of the Amber Alert system.
I want the world to know who Amber was.
Saturday, they decided they want to ride their bicycles. That was my last time seeing her.
The new documentary, Amber, the Girl Behind the Alert, is the true story of the life and aftermath of the kidnapping of Amber Hagerman in January of 1996. She was riding her bike in Arlington, Texas, when she was abducted in broad daylight. Amber's body was found a few days later, but the case was never solved. Her tragedy led to the implementation of a nationwide alert system that would let the public know when someone in their area was abducted.
Elizabeth Fisher is the executive producer of the documentary, and she joins us live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I hate to say this, I did not, as many times as we've covered Amber Alerts in this business, I did not know that it was based on a real girl and a real case. And when I was looking at the case, it sounds like what was so unusual about it, too, is that a documentarian had been following the family prior to her disappearance.
That's right. That's what really grabbed our attention when we first started looking into it. There was a crew following Amber and her family around for the few months leading up to her murder. And then they actually, when this abduction and murder happened, the crew stayed with the family and really captured all of the moments when they were looking for Amber, when they found her body, and then the year in the aftermath. And so that's what really intrigued us to tell this story, because there's just, I mean, it's really a story about the family and everything that they went through.
And I don't want to name anybody, but did they have suspects that they've been able to cross off the list, or is it a matter where they have their eye on a person or two and they just haven't been able to check all the boxes?
This is a complete mystery. This is an ongoing case. It's 27 years old now, and it's still an active case with the Arlington PD. There are suspects that we talk about in our documentary, but we were very careful to only talk about the suspects who had been eliminated. They obviously had to look into her family and family friends, and we get into that in our documentary, and really just kind of talk about how that affected the family. You know, when something like this happens in your family, it's really hard. You know, all of your secrets are kind of exposed. And so our story really kind of focused on that and how that affected everyone that was close to Amber. The Arlington police do have, you know, suspects to this day. We did not get into that very much just because it's an ongoing case. This is just really more of a story about her family.
How does the family feel about the Amber Alert system essentially being named after her? And how differently do you think that the outcome would have been if that system had been in place prior to her disappearance?
If there had been an Amber Alert in place, I feel that Amber would have been found because of the way that the community reacted. They were incensed as soon as they found out about it on the evening news, but that was 3 or 4 hours later. And she was abducted in broad daylight in the middle of a high traffic area in Arlington. And this is just a really tight knit community. And, you know, who's to say, but I mean, I think that she could have been saved if she had had an Amber Alert. So it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet for the family. They don't have closure because the case isn't solved. But it is, you know, a silver lining and, you know, something that celebrates Amber.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. For the Amber Alert to go into effect, someone has to see them disappear, someone being abducted. Was that the case in Amber's case? Were there witnesses that saw her abducted, or did she just kind of disappear?
So that is that's an interesting question. There, for an Amber Alert to go into place, there should be a suspect vehicle or a suspect description. There was one witness, one single witness to Amber's abduction, and he did call 911. He gave a description of the vehicle. It was a black truck, so it wasn't a very descriptive, you know, description that he had. So I think if this had happened today, I don't know. I think, you know, it would just depend on the jurisdiction, because a black truck in Arlington, Texas, you know, they're everywhere.
Yeah, although some clue is better than no clue. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad the case is still active. Amber, the girl behind the alert, is streaming now on Peacock. Elizabeth, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.